The indie new wave is here. With films like Obsession and Backrooms coming out, a lot of people have asked me what my opinions are on both of them and what I think this means for the direction that Hollywood is going in. I think we're realizing that creators and filmmakers don't actually need a lot of studio backing to tell a good story. With two of the biggest grossing films this year being very low budget horror films, we're realizing that connection with the audience is way more important than the lighting or budget or who you can get in your film. Both creators came from YouTube and starting their own community online and kind of sharing stories, whether it be through skits or images that later on inspired the Backrooms. These creators built their own audience, and from that audience were able to market and hype up their own respective films. We're realizing now that the age of marketing and traditional sort of publicity is dead. We're realizing now that building your audience online and having a community online is way more valuable and way more important to you telling your craft than the money behind the project. I think we're realizing that by being able to tell a good story, it means way more to the people. And at the end of the day, the film really relies on your audience and your people. And I think people are realizing that with storytelling comes a lot of attention to your own community. And if people don't feel that attention, they won't feel connected to you as a filmmaker. I think this is important because it means that it paves the way for young people and young filmmakers such as myself and maybe you watching that anything truly is possible. Even if you're making skits on TikTok or you're doing full-fledged short films and feature films and posting them like here on YouTube, the ability to create your own audience and the ability to build your own community online is way stronger because those people are going to be loyal to you wherever you go, whether it be turning your ideas into a feature film or going from skit making to making the biggest horror film of the year. I think we're also learning that Hollywood could be quite greedy. Throughout the years, we've had a big influx of unoriginal films and unoriginal concepts, such as franchises. So now we're seeing maybe the 6th or 7th movie of the same franchise, prequels and sequels and remakes, and everyone's kind of bored of that. But I think now, by seeing the success of these two films, people are going to realize and be inspired by them, and hopefully we're going to see an influx of more creative projects in the future. I give it maybe 1 or 2 years before we start seeing it become a major trend. Films like these are special because I don't know how you felt watching Obsession, but to me it felt very Crypt TV sort of YouTuber made, which was the point, but the ability to see something like that with that sort of style and atmosphere be shown in a cinema means a lot, because it means literally anyone can pick up a camera, and as long as they have a good audience and a good story and their film has heart and soul and a message to it, you could put that film anywhere and people would love it regardless. Kari Barker's spoken about putting all his projects on YouTube and how that's helped his career, because it means by getting those thousands of views and sacrificing the money over the viewership and the attention to his artwork, he's able to make more of an impact with his storytelling because people trust him as a creator. Compared to people in Hollywood who think by having a big name in their cast or by working on a big franchise, people are automatically going to buy that ticket, which isn't always the case, because if you look at films like The Mandalorian or even Marvel as well, they've been dropping off over the past few years. Well, indie-led films such as these two are now paving the way and making space for new filmmakers to come along and inspire other people. I always say we need to tell our own stories, and that's not to say that every film in Hollywood should be the same. I actually think it should be unique. I think by telling our own stories and giving a wide variety of people the space to come on and tell their own personal stories, and by diversifying Hollywood and letting people tell their own personal experiences through storytelling, we are diversifying Hollywood by including everyone. With that being said, I do believe Hollywood could be quite greedy. I think we will definitely see a rise in creator-led content in the future, maybe in the next year, 2, 3. But after that, I feel like Hollywood is going to start putting their hands into it and sort of dying out that trend. It's amazing to see what we're doing now, and I hope it lasts a long time, but I just can't see a world where Hollywood doesn't take advantage of it and kind of push less original stories just for the fact that they're independent creators. And I think once that starts happening, we're going to see that trend die out very, very quickly, which I hope doesn't happen, but Hollywood has always worked that way. That's sort of my opinion on it. I know it was quite a short video. If you want a part 2 or maybe have any questions, let me know in the comments. If I see a lot of people kind of having the same sort of questions, I'll gladly make another video on it. Like and follow, it helps the channel, helps the video. If you thought this was educational, share it and like it. It will help YouTube realize that people need to watch this sort of stuff. But usually I try and make my videos a lot more engaging and kind of fun. I thought, nah, let me just answer a question that a lot of people are asking for and just sort of make a quick video talking about what people want to hear. And I think that's the direction I want to take my channel on in the future. So join the community as well. I'll leave a link in the comments to the Discord. Take care.